dire.
Awesome. Hi. Thank you for that beautiful performance. Thank you for joining us on Sama. You guys are just getting better every single time. I see you.
Hi.
Good
It's
job.
a pleasure. Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
I saw you at the showcase, and it was a beautiful performance. You know how to interact with the audience. There's a lot of positive energy, really great energy, and needed, especially with the pandemic and everything else. You guys are like a breath of fresh air. But it's also interesting because we talked about this before. You're not just a rock band. You're representing gender, culture, all these things. Now that it feels like you're touring and things are bubbling up, how do you feel? How's it changing?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here and to talk to you and to see you in person.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I know,
great.
it's like little screen. It's like, okay, hey, how you doing?
With no Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
No Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
And
We have a relationship now.
And yes, we're so happy that the band is getting more developed and touring, and we also were happy that you liked our show and you like our interaction with the audience. And also the good energy. This is the most important thing for us. Is whenever are the situation or contrainte or something like. Obstacle, I don't know how to say it in English. We always have to keep this good energy because this is what lets us move forward to achieve what we have to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we are very happy to be in Porto. Good food, nice city, nice people.
And it's WOMEX, so
Yeah.
and it's WOMEX really happening, not virtual WOMEX, but real WOMEX. And here you are showcasing, and this is your debut to the world in many ways. There's a lot of interesting stuff, but it's also, we talked about this before. You don't find many women at the playing the gimbri at the front of this, so there's going to be a lot of girls and men looking at you and going, especially from Morocco and beyond. We had this beautiful conversation about these songs and how hard and difficult it could be, like all the issues that Moroccan women have. Now that you're coming into this space and presenting yourself, and especially young women at this time, I wonder if you could talk to that a little bit, because I know that they would be interested in hearing what you had to say.
Yeah, I feel like a responsibility to give a good example to younger females. I had also example from strong women in my society, or North African woman, like the famous gimbri player called Hasna Basharia.
Okay.
She's like, I think she's 60 years old, and she's the first woman that had that courage to play this instrument, and so she opened the door, kind of opened the door for many other females, and it was really hard in Morocco or North Africa 10 years ago to start to play music and to do stuff that are made for men.
Mm-hmm.
So we always had to fight for our freedom of expression, self-expression, for freedom of getting dressed the way we want, or just to speak about what's like for our rights and everything. So now it's getting better. And I think music is a very important, or art, and it's very important to go forward and to keep moving with this, because now in Morocco, like, we have, it's not equal all over the world, but in some societies it's really, the place of women is very down compared to men. So we just want to fix that. And I think that if we have the solidarity, other females, they can give the example for younger generation to just claim their rights and to not accept to be inferior or to be dominated by men.
Yeah, but this is fun. You know, it's one thing to come at this lecture. It's another thing, you guys rock. You have this beautiful energy, and yet it's ancient, and it's coming up, and it's a beautiful mix, like, for the 21st century. It's just like, I'm listening to this thing, watching this, is like knowing who you are and presenting this. I think it has a lot of potential, like the airplane above you right now. There's a lot of potential with this, so I'm really excited. One of the things I wanted to ask you, Bryce, and Yousra also, is that this is an ancient tradition, and you've taken it upon yourself right now to perform and present this music. Sometimes it'll be the first time they've ever seen this instrument, hearing this language, the dialect. This is an opportunity for people to learn about both of you, learn about your culture, learn about what's going on now in Morocco, or what's going on in the diaspora in general. And it's an interesting place, because most, I don't know if I can explain this correctly, but most of the time people just have an idea of what something is, and it's kind of stuck. It's like they're surprised that you take this gimbri, if they know what it is, and churn it like this, because it's like taking it into the future, but yet also have a connection to the past.
The roots.
And that's a really powerful thing because you're playing your roots. And there's something about this that connected with you. You know, you're not Moroccan, so there's, what is it that made you?
Yeah, I'm not a Moroccan, but before I used to play, as a guitarist, I used to play with a different kind of band in Morocco, with a gimbri player, but I was playing the guitar and the same pattern. And I learned a bit about gimbri, but I respect a lot of the great masters of Gnawa. And first of all, I just listen, learn song, etc. But after we met with Yousra, we decided together to learn this instrument, and so we learn like jazz standards, but from Gnawa music, the repertoire. But I am not a Gnawa master. I respect them a lot, and I have a lot of influences. I can play bass and guitar, so I don't give me limits. I just put the gimbri and try to make like pop songs or rock songs, because in Gnawa music the structures are a bit different. So we made like choruses, verses, and try to make a song that people who came from Morocco will like, but even people who came from US or I don't know where. Yep. The young generation like a beat. We too, yeah. And we just want people to move their head and be happy.
And to feel it. And you have the support of the, what's the word for the Gnawa, the Gnawa masters?
Ma'alem.
Ma'alems. And you have the support of the Ma'alems.
Yeah.
Yes.
They like what you're doing.
Yes, they were very encouraging toward our music. But it's true that what is interesting is that when you play and you're not used to play like this traditional music, you're not limited in a specific thing. Yeah. So you have more possibilities for creativity. So I think this is a good point. It's an advantage. Yeah. And also like sometimes you can have this people very traditional. They would say, no, we don't play with tradition like that. You're changing it. It's not good. Yeah. But it's very. We didn't talk to people that say that. Like we heard it from far, but very few people think like that.
Got it.
So we think that it's even opening people's minds.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. It is interesting. My friend Banning from Afropop Worldwide we were doing an interview yesterday. He was asking a Ugandan xylophone band, does this music change with every generation? And it does. And it's interesting because you are taking this. It's your instrument. You know, it's humanity's instrument. You can do and should do something with it that speaks to where you are right now. And you're doing it. And it's successful. And I was really excited for you.
Thank you.
Really excited.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Merci, Darek.
Watch for them. They're going to rock. Thanks. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not in Hawaii. Okay.